But is the IQ what determines the ultimate dentist success? Actually, no. It's your EQ, it's your emotional intelligence.
The question is, Gary, you have inspired me to learn more about emotional intelligence. Can you recommend some resources to learn about EQ?
Yeah, emotional intelligence is often referred to in its abbreviated form as EQ. And of course, if you're doing the actual, if you say, isn't emotional intelligence EI? Well, they've actually reframed it as EQ because they want you to think about it as your IQ. And there was a really important breakthrough article in Time magazine a number of years ago, where it was the cover article in Time, in that edition of Time magazine. And it said why your EQ is more important than your IQ, why your EQ is more important than your IQ, EQ meaning emotional intelligence. And I firmly believe that. And inside that article, there was a statistic that it said that among professionals, Naren, and professionals are a wide variety of jobs, but among professionals, only 15% of your success is determined by your IQ. 85% of your success will be determined by your emotional intelligence. So which one is more important? Clearly, emotional intelligence. Now, you have to have a certain IQ to become a dentist. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, just by virtue of the testing process and the
absolutely
process. Yeah. You have to have a certain level. But is the IQ what determines the ultimate dentist success? Actually, no. It's your EQ, it's your emotional intelligence. So that resource that I want to share with this doctor from Australia is Daniel Goleman. Daniel Goleman, Goleman, Daniel Goleman, is considered to be the godfather of the science of emotional intelligence. He's written many books. And the one book that we recommended in our reading list was titled Leadership, The Power of Emotional Intelligence. But doctor, if you wanted to learn more about emotional intelligence, I'd start with his book titled Emotional Intelligence. Emotional Intelligence. It is required reading in many university psychology courses, and it's amazing. But you can Google Daniel Goleman. There are lots of videos. There's YouTubes. There's TED Talks given by Daniel Goleman. And he's alive, he's contemporary, it's now, but I would introduce you to the work of Daniel Goleman. Once you kind of go down that rabbit hole, it'll introduce you to many more resources related to emotional intelligence. And this will be a journey that'll pay many dividends to you as you work on developing your leadership, for sure. Great question. And doctor, I want to hear more about your journey. I want to hear how you're doing with this. And maybe, Naren, I need, once international travel is approved again, maybe I need to jump on a plane and go visit this amazing dentist in Australia. I don't know.
Absolutely. It'll be a fun trip down under.
Down under. That's right.
Hey, thanks so much for watching this video. The full podcast episode link is in the link below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you like our content.